So the way that this representative, this Fidelity representative, organized it for me, or put it out for me, is she separated it out into 3 batches, right? You have your brokerage account, you have your Roth IRA, and then you have your 401k through your company, right? So your brokerage account, that's the lowest risk. That's your liquid money. That's the money that you're using every day. You pay your bills with that money. You do everything. You put that money into a money market fund, or depending on your state, there are actually mutual funds specific to your states usually, and Michigan has one, where the money that you earn in there is not taxed. There's certain funds that you can find that they don't tax you on the money that you make, in terms of like interest rate or whatever interest that you gain. Failed to join quest. How sad. And you actually can. No, I can't even fight that dude. Whatever. Yeah, you can earn money on certain funds and not get taxed on it. And then the trick is, so now you go onto the Roth IRA, right? So you had your low risk, so it's like a 1 to 3 out of 10, like your risk ratio or whatever, 1 to 3 out of 10 for your brokerage account. Those will go into either money market funds or places or funds that don't charge you taxes. And then your Roth IRA will be like your median. It'll be like your 4 to 6, 4 to 7 kind of on the risk ratio. And you can put that into index funds or mutual funds that actually have dividend-paying stocks, because whatever you earn in that Roth IRA, so the way Roth IRA works is, okay, you have a yearly limit. I could be mistaken. I think it's $5,500 still. Somebody can correct me. You have to double-check that. It could be $5,500. It could be... I'm pretty sure it's $5,500. Anyway, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Definitely Google that. I'm not going to tell you something as fact, but I'm pretty sure it's around that amount. That's your yearly cap for putting money into a Roth IRA, and when you put money into it, it is post-tax money, meaning that you're putting money in there that's been taxed already. But the money that grows in there is not taxed. So that means that you can collect dividends and not get taxed on it if you have it growing within a Roth IRA. So it opens you up for like an insane amount of growth potential. So that's your middle tier, and then your last tier, which would be your, I guess, your highest risk. Now, 401k would only be highest risk if you're young like myself or like yourself, and you have time on your hands. You have time on your side. You can have them dedicate. So there's a couple of options when it comes to your 401k. They'll have target funds. They'll have, certain mutual funds available, but usually it's limited options when you do it through your company, right? They'll do matching with you. You put 4%, they put 4%, so you're kind of getting like extra free money for them or whatever. And usually you have limited options in what, sorry, give me a second. Teosha, we're gonna do this weird one. I'm afraid of it. Anyway. And you have limited options in what you can put your money into, but you definitely just check them all out and see which ones are better suited. Go to a college like, say, NYIT, or skip it. What do you mean? There's nothing wrong with NYIT. NYIT's okay. I don't have regrets going to NYIT. But yeah, the 401k, if you're young, right, you're likely to see a lot more growth over the course of like 40 years. It says no one who went there. You're likely to see more growth over the 40 years that you have left for investing before you retire, to do riskier stuff. But like, say for example, you're in your 30s or you're in your 40s or something like that. You want to do a little less risk. You want it to be in that kind of Roth IRA range where it's like a 4 to 7 on the scale. And then if you're like really close to retirement and you're like late into the game, you're just getting into all this stuff, you really don't want to do anything risky at all. You want like half of your investment, 50 or 60% in like CDs and bonds and stuff like that, more secure things that are going to give you guaranteed interest rates. And it'll be slower growth, but that's the benefit of starting young. Is having all that time on your hands for the stock market to dip and go up. It really gives you an opportunity to let's see if I can jump on this guy. Yeah, let's go. Guy. Yeah, usually around my age, like 90% of your portfolio is highly volatile investments. But those are your options. If you don't want to do a high yield savings account, you don't have to. But me personally, the reason why I'm still using one is because, you know, I'm getting ready to buy a house and I don't want any kind of fluctuation in that money. I'd rather have it even stagnant. I mean, I don't even if it's not like 1%, if it's 0% or whatever. I don't mind too much just because I'm saving to get the house.